Hello and welcome back to Elite Crossplay Chapter Route 0. Last we left off, we were heading back to the farmhouse to see if we can talk to Weaver. Weaver wasn't at Shannon's workshop, so we're checking the farmhouse next. Act 1, Scene 5. Marquez Farmhouse. Now this journey upwards might be a bit slower than last time. What with Conway's janked up leg. Usually, the rest of the game is really kind of paced around Conway and his messed up leg, and there's been a lot of hints about what's happening. Why did you guys stop? Oh, Shannon came up to help support Conway on the way up. That's why they stopped. Let's talk about this graveyard again. There's nobody buried here, you know. It's decorative, I guess. Or it's art or something, I don't know. A decorative graveyard? Here's culture like that. Not morbid, I mean, but strange. Careless with tragic ideas. Oh, and look at that headstone. Marquez. I think that was from my parents. Now I don't know. Let's head up back in this house. And again, all that outside noise just falls away. Oh, this is something I've never noticed. The rocking chair is rocking by itself. That's not spooky or anything. So, this is where she was? Yeah, that makes sense. This is where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, you know, and had this place built. Do you have any debt? I owe some people some apologies. Well, you're lucky. That's all you owe. My parents were like that until the company store found a way to get to them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers. For my mom, is canaries. Two solutions to the same problem, but they sure sounded different. Weaver had debt too, a lot of it, all tuition. She said she was a mathematician or something. Yeah, she studied some esoteric stuff about using math to translate between Spanish and English. I think eventually Weaver put those math skills to work on all the red numbers in the family checkbook and got a clear sense of just how hopeless their situation was. So she left, I guess, just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning and the car's gone. Never came back. Until tonight. Someone else told me to come here and talk to her. Huh, okay. I guess we two aren't the only ones she's been talking to. Oh, that's not something you see every day. That old TV right there? Well, that's a damned antique. I had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. Most painful decision I ever made. Say, do you mind if I open it up? Looks like the dials are all corroded and the screen is leaking light a bit. Come on, I bet the set would never forgive you for letting a specimen like that fall into disrepair. This game has a lot of subjects that it explores, and I really feel that there's too many to kind of go into in one playthrough. Television is a big thing that comes up. Going underwater, debt. There's a lot of these subjects that kind of run tangentially through the story that it's kind of hard to pick up on all of them in one playthrough. Oh yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Looks like they've been in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. That's okay, I have a few spares in my bag here. Here, I pulled this one out of an old computer monitor. Just needs to be recalibrated a bit. Okay, that should be seeing something now. Are you seeing anything? A little bit to the left. Damn, okay. Here, I think the contacts are dirty. Now don't go tell my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. There, just gotta turn it north-south and... Suddenly, that barn is no longer a barn, but the entrance to Route Zero. And that TV is displaying the barn. It's all very mystical, if you ask me. And yet, the horses remain the same. If I remember correctly, that is the end of Act 1. Or at least what... yes, the end of Act 1. So now we're going to progress on to the beginning of Act 2, which takes place in the Zero. A strange underground world. We're going to start here. Letter. Attention, Lula Chamberlain. Read your application. Thank you for your application to Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture's annual fellowship. We received a record number of applications this year, over 100 in total. And regrettably, we can only award one fellowship petition per year. As you know, our review process includes multi-phase line committee analysis of portfolio submissions, as well as a careful review by a panel of subject matter experts on each applicant's notability and relevance in the field. We must be extremely selective in our process so as to maintain the level of standards we have established over 35 years in operation. Our panel did not select your application. We encourage you to consider reapplying next year. Many young artists and architects reapply for a few successive years before being accepted. Sincerely, Dr. Carl Stone Norden, Architect, Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture. Below the printed text is a hastily handwritten note. No. Sorry for the condescending form letter. Love your work. Unfortunately, I just do the mail here. I have no idea what OBT stands for, but I assume SPT is servant, Robert. Lula folds the letter up and puts it in her handbag. Opens the folder on her desk labeled proposals. Lula sorts through documents, all printed on a fading letterhead reading Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Proposal 1. Site. Possible proposed use auto zero ship. Proposal 2. Site distillery. Proposed use graveyard. Proposal 3. Site basketball court. Proposed use kennel. Let's do proposal 2. Lula reviews proposal number 2. Distillery still active but scaling down operations to less than half of the site. Distillery built on top of graveyard originally. Hybrid distillery graveyard could share resources. Chapel must be repurposed into bottling facility, could be repurposed into chapel. Let's just go ahead and endorse that. And let's review proposal number 1. Proposal number 1. Possible closed due to repeated sanitation violations. Out of the dealership sanitation requirements are imperatively lax. Small operating rooms could be repurposed into offices. Large cubicle-style administrative offices could be repurposed into showrooms. Let's endorse that one too. Rick, clear stuff. Busy. Buried. Yikes. Hey Lula. Getting up my note. About the office party, I'm going stag. Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm probably not going anyway. There's lots to do, you know. A lot of new drafts, So how did your application go? I was in the mailroom and I saw you get the letter back. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry, I just saw. It's fine, Rick. I'm not going anywhere. How's your goldfish? Act 2, Scene 1. Because that counts more. I guess that counts more like an intermission. Didn't we just pass this place? I don't think the Zero operates like the roads we're used to. I don't understand it either. So what is this place? It looks like a cathedral. Yeah, a cathedral with an office building in it. It's weird, but do you think we're inside or outside right now? Both. Ha, okay. Very poetic. Maybe someone running around here has us in direction. Gotta get a good rest in the truck? Yeah, I know you love a drive. The one in your ears? Yeah, I saw you back there, Blue. Let's look over here. There's a fishing pole. Guess we can't go down there. Into the line? Maybe it's still under construction. We can help. Now, Act 2 definitely follows a more... Act 2 is where the game starts getting more into the magic part of magic realism, where things definitely get a lot stranger. The underground, the Zero operates on a different kind of set of logic than other places do. And so this is really where that logic starts coming to the forefront. Talk to a receptionist. Mary, well, here you are. Better late than never, I guess. Just unload the whiskey over there by the elevator. I'll figure something out. Want to settle a bet? I'm actually pretty busy, but sure, what's up? Can you be both inside and outside at the same time? Wow, okay, is that like a philosophy thing, or are you just lost? We're just lost. You're lost. So you're not sorry, honest mistake. We're supposed to have a little celebration here at the office, but the whiskey never shut up. I saw your truck and thought, but you don't really look like one of them boys from the distillery anyway. What did the boys from the distillery look like? You never seen the boys from Hard Times? Well, count your blessings. They cut a grim profile. Well, it's clear you're new to this territory. I expect you just mean to be passing through. We're looking for Dogwood Drive. Do you know where that is? Dogwood? Nope. Going to need to talk to someone upstairs about that. One of the map clerks. But first we gotta get you into the system, so you'll need an appointment with one of the ingestion clerks. Now let's see. Rick is booked proofreading drafts all afternoon, and Wanda is out on the site. Let me make some calls and see if we have anyone free. There are some books over there in the waiting room area. Or just take a look around. Have you seen our Grotesque? The television is playing a cartoon about a bird. The cartoon bird collects pieces for his nest, a scarf, a passing shopping bag, a bit of young girl's hair. The nest is warm, but precariously fragile. The television is playing what looks like a nature documentary. A hermit crab sails across the beach. Its shell is an awkward shape. It must have once belonged to a different crab. television is playing an instructional video on elevator design. It is crucial to maintain proper lighting in an elevator. And the afterburst by passenger sense of motion is greatly enhanced. Passengers should never feel as though they are physically ascending or descending. The elevator should create the illusion that a building is flat. This is the mark of a successful elevator design. Well, I never knew that about elevators. The television is playing a closed-circuit security feed of a housing project. The feed switches mechanically between locations: a hallway, a disused plot of grass, a stairwell, a mailbox. This one popped up. The television is playing a silent video of an empty theater. A microphone sits in the middle of the stage. The lights are slightly dim. The speaker hums impatiently. Those sure are some strange gargoyles. That's what you meant, like the grotesque, by the way. The gargoyles in cathedrals are often known as grotesque. And here, they take the form of televisions. Let's check those books out before we talk to Marianne. She's staring at us menacingly. Oh look, there's Lula. Three books are piled on the table: a service manual for a sewage pump, some architectural plans for a bungalow, and some collection of Japanese death haiku. An envelope is protruding from the bottom of the stack. Connie picks up the envelope. The envelope reads Bureau of Secret Tourism, containing several small, handwritten brochures with ritualistic directions to bizarre locations. That sounds like my kind of party. Any place you need a ritual to go to sounds like a cool place to me. Oh good. I thought you left. People can be so impatient. You never know. Well, I have you a meeting with Lula Chamberlain. She is a senior clerk and doesn't usually handle the ingestion process, but she's the only one with 3 on her plate this evening. My schedule says she's on the 5th floor reviewing some diagrams. The elevator is just to the left there, 5th floor. This building is strange. It's all inside and outside at the same time. I guess you don't really have to worry about rain down here. Oh goody, elevator music. She's on the 5th floor, right? Conway scans the column of elevator buttons. 5th floor, diagrams and drafts. 4th floor, archives and records. 3rd floor, fairs. 2nd floor, conference room. 1st floor, clerk's office. Lobby. No, I feel like I have to go with fairs. I know she's supposed to be on the 5th floor, even though we can see her right there. But I kind of have to go for the bears. I don't know what I expected. It's just bears. Nothing but bears. Like, seriously, I don't know what I expected at all out of this. Let's go on up to the 5th floor. Actually, looking at our time, it seems like Fairs is a good place for us to let off. This is Elite Cross playing Kentucky Route 0. I'll see you next time.